Hello! This is going to be a reading for the new moon in Virgo that is coming through on Saturday, August 23rd. Yeah, August 23rd. And it's so interesting that the first card to come out is the first house of arrival. And interestingly enough, my first house, so this is your rising sign in your chart, and I'm going to talk a lot about astrology like throughout this. So if you're interested, please keep on. And the first house is all about the sense of self, and it is the first house of your chart, so your rising sign. My rising sign is in Virgo, and I also have a tattoo that almost looks exactly like this on my leg, and this is like my card. So it's very interesting that I pulled this out today. And this card is asking you how you are being perceived. When you walk into a room, like, how do you walk into a room? How do you arrive? Are you kind of like, ooh, don't look at me, don't see me? Or are you just kind of like going to the first safe person that you see? Or are you walking into the room, owning it, figuring out the energy flow, where you want to go? Like, how do you walk into a room? How are you presenting yourself? If you're trying to be like a more business type of person, but you are not really like matching the look of that, like, people will perceive it differently. And look good, feel good is also coming to mind. So this is going to ask you to really be mindful of how you are putting yourself out into the world. And if someone is so hell-bent on misunderstanding you, there's like misunderstandings, or like you're not feeling like you're being seen or being heard, this is just like, are you blending in and you're just agreeing with what everybody says, and then when you actually have something that you want to say, they're like, what? So are you blending in, or are you standing out? And that is what this first house arrival is asking for you. Also, check your rising sign in your chart. What's the first in your first house? What sign is there? Next, we have debilitated. This is interesting. This is like a never-ending staircase here. Like, it just never ends. And this is also asking you right now, it's not asking, it's saying, you are an invaluable sidekick right now. There is so much more for you to learn in a business sense, in a workplace sense, in what you want to pursue and what you want to do. And this is a time of like gathering the contacts, gathering the education, gathering the experience, and just kind of letting someone take you under their wing, and you being a valuable asset to them in whatever way that looks like to you. Redefining what success means for you as well. So what does success mean? How does that relate to what you're trying to accomplish? If success means I want to make a lot of money, but I only want to work 20 hours a week, that's doable, but how are we going to make that happen? And what are the other areas of success that you might be overlooking because you're only focused on that one goal? So this is building towards something greater than yourself and needing to take a little bit of a step back and just listen and wait and watch. Now we have Scorpio. Scorpio coming out. This is transformation. This is death and rebirth, baby. 888 could be significant for you. I also hear 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? And so this is all about the root chakra, feeling safe, feeling like confident, and really feeling grounded in what you're doing. And maybe grounding is significant for you. You might need to do some more grounding. There's a mudra, which is like how you use your hands, where you put your thumb in your palm, wrap your hands around. This is a super, if you do this with both hands, it's a very grounding mudra when you're doing some breath work, or just if you're feeling very in your head. This is a good one. And this is also asking you to get curious about everything. Question everything. Virgo also rules the digestive system and the digestive system. So this could be asking you to check your ingredients in your food. Check everything. It's going to be overwhelming for you. Trust me, that's a journey that I've been on. It's very overwhelming, but it is important right now. And checking all of the ingredients, checking your lists, checking it twice. This is a never, like, you want to be like a little kid. Why? Why? And now is the time to deep dive into the unknown. I know that's scary. That's freaking terrifying because we don't know. But that's what we have to do in order to come back and regenerate and transform into something new. This could also be significant for Scorpio energy too. So water signs, Scorpio in your chart, maybe you're a Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun. I did that a little backwards, but it's fine. And this is also asking you to play your cards close to your chest. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing, because when you tell people what you're doing, everyone gives their opinion, and it will deter you from doing what you know that you're meant to do. And we don't want that, because you know what you're meant to do, and you got to just do it. You can't wait on other people, because everyone is perceiving their own fears about certain things. And if you're being misunderstood, and then you telling people, they're just not going to understand anyway. So don't let that deter you from what you know that you need to do. And gathering all of the information needed to be able to make an informed decision before you move on to something. Scorpio is very secretive in a lot of ways, and they're such deep, emotionally connected creatures, but at the same time, they don't give love or give up their feelings as easily, because they get so hurt so easily. And not even easily, but it's like you get into your head about certain things, and then you're like, I can't trust anybody, and then it spirals from there. So spending time alone to recharge, so important. Spending time alone, being with yourself, and be careful that if you are in a partnership and you find that you're needing to spend time alone, that you make that known to that partner. Hey, I need to recharge. I need to spend some time by myself. I will come back. I will always come back. I will come back on this date. I will come back on this time, whatever the case is. But just being mindful to your partner and mindful to the people that are around you, and not just being like, peace, I'm out of here, I'm recharging, I'm doing my thing. If you have people that truly, truly care about you, that's not healthy. That's you like running away and being an avoidant attachment. Look into your attachment styles. Also, look into your attachment styles. And being avoidant is very like emotionally immature. So if you're able to say how you feel and what you're feeling, and that person, like, don't be scared of abandonment. If that person is meant for you, they will be like, oh yes, no problem. I understand. I'll be here for you, sending you so much love, supporting you in the ethers. Bye. And maybe hopefully that person, like your partner, takes the time for themselves too. So when you are taking the time for yourself, they will end up taking time for themselves, and then you guys can both come together and it'll be a beautiful thing. Which brings us to solar calm and clarity. balancing your energy centers. We have crown, I'm sure you know, and it kind of goes down from there, but this is clarifying, enjoying the quiet time, getting quiet in your mind. Meditating could be really significant for you right now, or there's a need to be meditating right now. And steady progress brings clarity. I'm going into like a content creation type of situation. So maybe you are trying to, like me, get your content off the ground and just get your voice out there. And sometimes you're like, who am I even talking to? I don't know. But I've always said that if I can help just even one person by putting my content out there, I've done it. I'm good. That's all I need. Of course, you want more. Of course, you know, all of those things. But at the same time, is that your ego telling you you need the likes, you need the comments, you need the interactions? When you just post things just to post things, people feel that differently. When you're posting things to post things about like, oh, the analytical side of things, that's not going to work. So the new moon in Virgo for you too is just like, Virgos are all about the details and all about the like the analytical brain. And this is asking you and telling you that you're going to find clarity when you shut that off for a moment. Meditation is so important. Breath work is so important. Remember the mudra. I wish I could remember what it's called. And if you're in a relationship right now, this could also be asking you, so Scorpio asks you to take time by yourself. The solar calm is asking you that if you're in a relationship, to connect with your partner on a deeper level in quietness. How do you feel when it's just the two of you and you're not speaking? You're just maybe holding hands, or you're out in nature and you're going for a walk and you just like, you don't have to constantly have something to talk about. You just need to like be with that person and be with yourself with that person. And this is also saying that letting go of the details of everything is what's going to bring you the clarity. I just did a reading where it's like the devil's in the details, and that just like kept coming through, and it is. Because sometimes we get so bogged down by the details, or like how things are going to work out, how we think things are going to be, and that's just not how it works. And we're trying to find safety. It makes sense. It makes so much sense that we're trying to find safety, because we are creatures of safety. We are humans. We have a lot of safety around us. And yeah, it's asking you to dive a little bit deeper into the subconscious, where if you don't work in that space super often, that can be scary. But that's where your power is. And when you can truly feel comfortable being alone, you will be able to see the world in such a different way. And I'm hearing release the need to be codependent on someone else's energy, on someone else's perception of the world, of someone else's safety, of the fears that other people have. Relieve yourself of that. So this new moon in Virgo is going to be very interesting for you. Please take time for yourself, by yourself, whether that just be an hour or whatever, 10 minutes. Meditation is super important for you. You can find different meditations on YouTube. And if you'd like any recommendations, please let me know. I'm happy to give them. And we will see you next time. Thanks for being here.